Now, George Clooney has revealed that he enlists the help of Santa Claus all year round when it comes to his 6-year-old twins, Alexander and Ella. He admitted that if the children are misbehaving, even in the summer, he makes a phone call to Father Christmas. So what do you think, Jane? Good idea?
You don't... Well, you know...
Unemployed actors.
I love George Clooney, but I didn't need any of that in my house because I rule the roost.
All right. Okay.
So I was like, I just think with your kids, if they're not doing something, it's like, mum's rules, you know, or I don't need a sort of a third party to say to my kids, behave yourselves. I can do that myself.
Oh, I needed a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't do it in the summer because I wouldn't think of Santa in the summer. I'd think of something else in the summer. But, yeah, October onwards, Santa was pretty handy.
Yeah, I think I said it once, like, you know, oh, you do that and it's not good. I don't know if Santa would help. But I always had someone turn up in my house, little provident or something turn up in my house, and they'd be like, is Santa here now? Do you know what I mean? So after a while, it didn't work, you know. It didn't work. So you just use it once when they're young. For me, anyway, I did. And then it was like, it's not going to work.
Yeah, well, you use what works, don't you?
Yeah.
I passionately believe in bribery and corruption when bringing up kids, 100%. I'll do anything for sleep. You know, have as many crisps. You don't want any, you want crisps. And very often I would say that's cool by me because I'd be exhausted. But I never did around Christmas because I didn't want to do that because it's so magical and it's so lovely. And, of course, my daughter's born on Christmas Day as well, so I didn't want this looming threat. You know, will he come up or will he won't? Do you want a little sidebar, a little bit of gossip about George Clooney?
Yeah.
Years ago, my dad did a film with George Clooney and my mum went on location as well, and she would always be in the bar. And every night, no matter what time they finished filming, do you know he came down and bought every single person a drink?
Really?
She was the nicest man.
He has got a very good reputation.
Yeah.
I wish he'd come down my chimney and be my Santa.
We'll just let that sit with you for a little while, Judi.
Do you want me to ask my mum to ask him?
Please.
But if you were naughty, he might, you know...
He'd come down twice.
Saving expert Martin Lewis has said that Christmas presents for teachers should be banned. I'm not thinking he's saying there's going to be any legislation on this, but he just doesn't think they're a good idea. Well, he's just saying that he doesn't think they're a good idea. He says that teachers could be tempted to favour those children whose parents have spent more generously, which is interesting because if I was a teacher, I would go exactly the other way. You know, I mean, it would put me off. But I don't suppose that's very good either. Well, do you think we'd be better without them? What do you think, Nadia? You are our parenting expert, as we've learned from today.
Well, my sister, who is a teacher, says, don't buy us candles. We've got more candles than we need. No, she goes, only wine. Or a really nice... Her favourite thing, actually, is to get a card with details of how their child feels about the lessons and everything. She said that's her favourite thing.
Yeah. Oh. See, the wine's an interesting one.
Right.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I said to her, but then kids are bringing in alcohol. She said,
well, see, I never gave wine because I was worried about that. I thought that would look bad to see, you know, a 6-year-old going in with a bottle of wine.
Or a voucher for a wine shop.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. I mean, we're all back to wine,
it's an
aren't
envelope. They don't know it's wine, the kids.
They've been with kids all day. They need the wine.
But do you think it would influence the teachers?
I mean, love mine and all of that, but just give them a break. The teachers are tired, yeah? The teachers... I say, when the kids are at home with me for the holiday, I am racking my brain like, when are you going back to school? We really need to be thanking these teachers. And yes, look, know your limits. I know the pressure. I've been in one of those groups with the PTA mums, you know, the really mums that go all the way out. I just joined the group, so I don't have to do as much, but I'm still a popular mum, right? So I join it, and they go all the way. Big, you're like £500 spit.
But that's what Martin Lewis is saying. That's why he's not saying it's about teachers. He's saying parents who've got loads of money and somebody who, you know, cost of living crisis, who can't afford...
But know your limit. Just, don't let anyone pressure you. You don't have to. You can be like, oh, I've done mine already. But make them PTA mums feel, like, inadequate and say, oh, you're late. I've already done mine. No, we don't need to know. You know your budget. Give the teachers what you can. Furthermore, just let your kids turn up on time with their teeth brushed and give them a break. They're tired.
And I've given you a really cheap... a really cheap version that actually my sister said, like nearly every teacher she says, a really card really written about what they've done.
So we appreciate you.
To be appreciated.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, you just slip that in and you're going to be right at the top
I don't
of the
think
list.
I ever bought a teacher a present. I never got organised enough to do that. But I did one time when I was forced into being class rep one year.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
And I knew that... Yeah, and I knew that the teacher wasn't that keen on quite a lot of the parents. So I just sidled up to her and I said, I haven't bought you a present for Christmas, but if you let me know a date next year when you're definitely not available, I'll organise the class party. So you don't have to be there. She's like, oh, thank you.
That's good.
That's
I'm actually sitting here feeling quite embarrassed because I have gone for a pot of jam quite often.
Oh, no, they hate that.
Do they hate jam?
Really? Why?
Do they?
Because they get so much jam.
Really?
I should have got Dina to write a proper list.
What, just
I do wine and
shop
wine.
bought jam? Or
No,
made it
posh jam,
yourself?
because you never buy...
Oh, right.
You never go and buy a jar of posh jam, do you? Do you?
No.
No.
I thought you was going to say you make homemade.
No, I had a vision of you, like, in the kitchen with a stool with the tights on, you know?
God,
putting
what's the
jam in.
chances of that?
I just buy them wine, little bubbly, little nice.
Well, we seem to be
chocolate.
coming back to... wine. There'll be teachers out there who don't like wine. But anyway, maybe we should move on, we'll get in trouble.